everybody, welcome back to Cumberlachia. Today we're going to do something a little different. It's what, the third day of January, and Cecil says it's the third day of January. So we're going to plant my garden. Well, we're going to get started on planting my garden. So come on along with me and let's see what we're going to do. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of winter gardening. You guys? Any of you guys? No? But I just found this one out. This here's Roadrunner. I was walking through the Brody's garden the other day, and I was thinking, you know, some of these echinacea and different plants are going to come up again next year. I have got a crazy audience. Y'all just want wormies, don't you? Y'all just want wormies, don't you? Hold on. Come here. This will get you out of here. Here you go, ladies. Come on, Cecil. But I was walking through Brody's garden the other day, and I was like, you know, last year some of the echinacea came back up in the gardens, little flower beds up by the aviary, and you guys get all these volunteer tomatoes and volunteer pumpkins and stuff. So these are seeds that have been left out through the winter. I'm thinking there's got to be something I can do, because I've never really gardened in the snow and in the winter because I've been living in Florida for 35 years till we moved here. So I started Googling it, and there's a whole, I don't know what you want to call it, a whole big old mess of people that do winter gardening, sowing seeds in the garden. I found all kinds of videos on it, and most of the time they're using a milk jug, and they just cut it open in half around the equator on it. Sow their seeds in there with holes in the bottom, leave the cap off at top, seal it, put it out after they've got the seeds in it, and just leave it all winter long. Snow gets in it, rain gets in it, it gets covered in snow, which insulates it. And their seeds are coming up, and who's behind me? Someone's scratching my back. Oh, hello, Miss Floppy. And seeds come up 2 months before most of our planting season. They're a lot stronger, a lot healthier, I found. Well, I don't have lots of milk jugs, so I got a different idea. Y'all want some more? There you go. Okay, so it's going to be a little loud out here because I'm out in the silky chalet, which has become our winter greenhouse. And I like to say that because it'll be 20 degrees out there. Come in here and it's 60 degrees. I think it's in the about 41 or 42 out there right now, and in here it's 55 degrees because I got the door open over here. But this is where our silkies hang out for the winter, and Annabelle, our little special needs chicken. We have our silky satins over here to you guys' right, along with one Polish Miss Laverne. But this here's Monique. She likes to try to think she runs the place. Yes, you do. You're so sweet. They just got a little treat. So let me put her back and I'll tell you what we're going to do. Go in there with Miss Dolly. There you go, sweetie. So since I don't have milk jugs, and I'm not going to waste all those milk jugs buying them, because I could buy them, but I found these, and they're just opaque. And that was Andy. They are opaque so sunlight can get in. And I'm going to do my trays, and I've got 3 of these, and there's 3 drawers in each, so that's 9 trays that I can do full of plants. I'm going to do all my winter. Most people would just edit that out, but this is real life. So I'm going to fill them, put them in here. Now I can't put them outside. They're not outside, so they're not going to get rain. They're not going to get snow. They're not going to get all that. So I will have to water them while they're in here. But this is facing the sun. Is the south this direction. As you can see, the sun comes in here all day long. So they're going to get warm during the day. I wanted one rooster, and I've got, what, 10 of them? But I love them all. So they're going to get nice and warm during the day and cold at night. So we're going to go over in the garden, and I'm going to start training up some of the seeds, and we'll put them in here and show you what we got. Okay, guys, I'm out here in the garden. Please disregard this mess. It is, well, middle of winter, and I can't believe it's in the high 40s out here today. It's supposed to be maybe 50, 51. And this is kind of weird planting my garden now because all of my garden beds, I can show you here, are all covered. They've got straw in it. The straw's from the rabbits. And you'll see some hay and these little pellets. Those are the rabbit droppings that I am just totally covering my garden with. So the only thing growing in my garden right now is I got garlic in the back and onions that I planted about month and a half ago. And that's really the only thing growing in here. There's some volunteer, some of the flowers are still trying to hold on. I got my rosemary here covered in straw, hoping she'll survive. My 2 beds up here are ready to go, and I am just aching to get my spring garden going. And it's not spring, so I'm glad I found this winter gardening tip. As you can see, I've been saving ever since I started up here. All my plastic seed starting trays. I don't like throwing things away. This is plastic. If I can reuse it, I'm going to reuse it. And that's what I'm doing. And down at the bottom, I've got a whole bunch more that I haven't dug out. I got my whole basket of seeds here. I got seeds for everything. But over here's what I'm going to be doing for the winter garden. Let me move this out of the way for you. I've got butterfly weed, snapdragons, chamomile, broccoli, cabbage, lupine, hyssop, oregano, columbine, lavender, thyme, coneflower, sweet peas, and feverfew. And then this is a total mix of different kinds of kale. I'm going to have to grow a lot of kale this year. We're going to expand the garden over that direction behind you guys, which is now just woods and vines and everything. I got to clean that all out. That's going to become the second edition of our garden. And then on the other side, that's going to be the second chicken run with a chicken house over there. So I'm going to probably fill this area. I've got my winter, this will be my winter and my fall things, along with, well, which is the kale and different things like that, because the rabbits are eating the kale. I don't give them a whole lot of it, maybe once or twice, 3 times a week. But the chickens like the kale. I'm good. I got clover that I'm planting in here already for a cover crop, and winter wheat, which they love the clover in the spring. I'll put some pictures up here. This was this last spring. I had clover in here, and the rabbits just loved it. They came in here and played, jumped around in the flower beds or vegetable beds, whatever you want to call them, the raised beds, and we're enjoying the clover. So we're doing that again this year. Plus, in front of the silky chalet, which is over behind you to you guys' right, that entire area between the silky chalet and Brody's garden, I've coated it in clover and dandelion. The rabbits love the dandelion and they love the clover. My friend Miss Terry, who got us started with the silkies and the lionhead rabbits, she said hers love the dandelions. So we planted those for the leaves, and then I'll do some tinctures and different things, and maybe some jelly with the dandelion once it's growing. But basically everything, we're just growing things up here for us and for our animals. So I'm going to get started. I got a little tub here. It's going to make it a lot easier so I don't waste a whole lot of this garden soil. And I was watching my gardener, because he's in Michigan, and he is suggesting the Miracle-Gro potting mix. Now, I've read that you don't want to use garden soil because it's going to compact, and anytime you're doing seed starting, and especially with my green leaf, you want to use potting soil so it's more loose and the roots can grow down in there. So I've got my potting mix here that we're going to use. Get it open. If I'd have brought some scissors over here. I'm going to pour some in here. I can't believe January 3rd and I'm planting my garden. Or I should say getting my garden ready. So here's our potting mix. I'm just going to break up some of these clumps. And you can see it's not got a whole lot of bark and twigs in it. And that's what you want, so it's more fluffy and lets the roots get down in there. So I'm going to start, I'm not sure, let me grab one, let me grab one of the drawers from in the silky chalet so I can see which one of these are going to fit in there so I can get the most, because I want to use the most space I can. All right, I found another tray here. So this is what I'm going to be working with and filling. I want to get as many in here as I can so I can get as many starts going, because these things, I was going through some of these, this whole tray right here. What was this? Coleus. Yeah, Coleus, $25 for this tray. I remember when I was a kid, it's like $5 or $6, if even that. $25. Here's another Coleus. I've been clipping off all the different little tags. I mean, down here we got, this was my Morning Glory that I bought, $9. I don't know what these are. Oh, these are petunias, $6.98. $6.98 for this size. And they're good. A leaf must have fell over there because they go crazy. Lantanas, $4.98. I'm paying $2 or $3 for seeds. I'm going to get them started and save some money this year. And I want to see if this actually works. So I'm going to make some room here for my drawer. Okay, guys, the sky's not falling. Hush up over there. They get going, and now the next is going to be the ducks are going to get going. So let me see here. I'm going to start with these small ones. Let's see how they do. If I can get another tray, if I can get them across there and some in the back. Okay, so let's just start filling these. And I've got my labels here. Oops, I left my labels over here. Let me grab them. Okay, so I bought these little plant stake labels. I used them the very first year and then kind of reused them last year. I like them. And I think they're like, I don't know, $5 or $6 for a package of how many is in here? 75 of these. I'll put a link down below to all this stuff, so if you guys are interested in them. I just like them because they're bamboo. They're not plastic. They're not going to waste more natural resources. So I got those ready. I know I have a pen out here. So we're just going to start filling some of these, and if I don't label them in there, I know I'm going to have a mess. I'm also going to get a notebook, and I'm going to label each drawer and each one, because who knows, if something happens, they fall over and everything gets mixed up and the trays come out, and then I wouldn't know what was what. So I'm just going to lightly put these in here, push down just a tad, and let's see what we're going to start with here. I'm going to start with the coneflower, because I love these coneflower. They are a great pollinator attractor. The bees love it, and they're great for herbal medicine. And I just think they're pretty. Where's my bucket? Oh, I got my trash can way over here. So I'm going to sow probably maybe 1 or 2 in each one, because I want to make sure I got each one of these is good for planting out there. Because I got not only Brody's garden, I got gardens up by the cabin, got gardens I've added around the aviary. I want to make this as pretty up here and pollinator friendly that I can, so we can get more or vegetables and plants pollinated by our bees. So I'm just going to get these all put in here for you, and we'll be back here shortly. It's good to have my hands in the dirt. I know a lot of people wear gloves when they're gardening. I can't do that. I have to get my hands in the dirt. Now I'm going to save some of these seeds, because I do not know if this is going to work. I've never done it before, and I want to have seeds. Well, as you can see, I got tons of seeds back here. I want to have extra so I can do my spring planting like in March, February or March, when it's starting to be less chance of cold and freeze. And I can do it because I'm going to utilize. I don't know what made me think of it. I was just standing there one day in the silky chalet after I got it done, all wrapped for winter, and it was 80 degrees in there, and I had to open it up, and it was 20 some degrees outside. And I said, this is worse than a greenhouse. And a light went off in my head. I said, hey, I got a greenhouse now, because we're going to build one back here. But trying to get all the things built for the chickens and the ducks and the quail and everything that we just keep getting quicker and quicker. We're worrying more about taking care of the animals than we are ourselves, which is a good thing. In fact, right behind you is Clover and Cash. Well, I should say Clover's back there. Cash is out here in a little pen running around in the grass. I'll do a little video and show you. He's out there enjoying the sunshine. And we try to get all the rabbits out a couple times a week. Try to hold them at least every day. We hold them and play with them a little bit, but try to get them out when you can in the weather so they can get a little sunshine. The silkies, I try to do the same thing. Get them out of the silky chalet on a nice day like this. I can put them out there, and I got a big fenced-in area that I can put them in. I can watch them. So I never let them out unless we're watching them, because we have hawks and everything else up here. And so far, so good, and I don't want to take any chances. But I like them to be happy. And the silkies love getting out rooting around. I know a lot of people keep their silkies all nice and clean and pretty, and they're beautiful. my silkies are chickens, and I want them to be happy, and they're naturally out pecking around trying to find seeds and things. They don't have a solid floor at the ground or dirt floor in there that they can dig around in during the day, and I throw seeds in and different treats for them to dig around for. I just want them to be happy. Okay, so I should try to explain to you, and this is how I found out, is how and why seeds work. Some seeds work better in the winter. Some seeds need to have what's called stratification. It means they need cold or freezing for a few weeks, months, to help get them to activate and be able to germinate, not activate, germinate. So that's what this is actually doing. It's giving it the cold. A lot of people will take their seed packets, and some of them do say, yeah, like this one, put in the refrigerator or a cold place for up to 6 weeks for cold stratification. So that's what it's doing. It's actually getting a jump start. So that's why a lot of times when you plant seeds outside in the spring, some of these take forever and ever and ever to grow because they didn't go through this stratification. This gives them a jump start. So got all my echinacea back here. Well, coneflower, which is echinacea. What am I going to do now? Let's do some chamomile. I'm going to need this because I got a lot of things I'm going to be doing with it, making soaps and salves and a lot of different things with a lot of these. Probably going to need a couple more containers. Let me get that. These things have been sitting for a year or so, some of them, so they stick together. I'm trying not to break them up. Get this all filled up here. I just like using this tub because all the dirt I can just scrape around. I don't have to worry about getting it all over my table, cleaning it up, wasting it. Now there are some sticks in there. We'll just throw them out. There we go. Just make some holes in here for my seeds. What was I working with? Chamomile. Yes. Those are some tiny seeds. Oof, I'm not going to know if that's dirt or seeds in my hand. Wow. I just think it's amazing how these little bitty seeds, how they become so beautiful, different plants. What God got this set up, it's just amazing. This little bitty seed can become medicine, become honey, because all the pollen from it, the bees are coming to get. And they're just beautiful. Come on out there. Now I am going to take some of these. Did I get some there? I'm going to take some of these and put out in Brody's garden. Cover them up. See if they can just naturally go through their stratification and get a head start. But I saw this on the internet and I said, I got to try this. See if it really works. Because I wanted to get to growing. I'm getting a lot more than one or two in here. These things are so little. Okay, they're going back in there what I can. All right, and we're going to just use these trays for the chamomile. Save the rest for spring planting in the greenhouse. I don't want to go through all this test and see how well it works and then waste all these seeds and be so far behind. I'm going to get all the rest. Let's try that again. I'm going to get all the rest of these done, and we will be back. And as I said before, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with them. Okay, guys, I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 drawers all set up. I've got 2 more drawers that are not filled, but I got everything in here. We've got snapdragon, sweet peas, kale, lavender, coneflower, chamomile, broccoli, cabbage, thyme, columbine. I was trying to figure out what that's. More thyme, more cabbage, chamomile, oregano, lupine, broccoli, butterfly weed, and what's up here? Broccoli. So I'm going to do these. I've got 2 more drawers, like I said. I'm going to wait probably a couple weeks, and I'm going to do regular peas, sweet peas, and maybe a couple other things put in there as well. But first, I just want to mist these. Now, if you're using the white milk jugs, the regular milk jugs, you want to make sure you poke holes in the bottom so the water can go through. You don't want it standing in there. Here, it's not going to stand in the plants because it's going to go down into the container. I'll just keep an eye on it, make sure there's no water buildup in here. But it's not going to be able to get a lot of water buildup because it's not outside in the elements getting the snow and the rain like the milk jugs do. But if you do and put them outside, make sure you have a hole in the bottom. Leave the lid off of the top of the milk jug is what I've been seeing in videos and been told. That way your snow and your rain and everything get in there. So I'm just going to mist these lightly. I just want to soak the dirt a little bit. Okay, so I've got everybody in here already put in the drawers except these last 2. And I'm just going to slide them in. Now I got these. I don't know if I told you earlier. I got these at Walmart. They were, I think, $20. So if you want to try this, or you just want to wait and see if I have any luck at it first, which might be a good idea. But I did get them at Walmart. I'm gonna get all these set back. Like I said out there, I did mist them. I didn't soak them, but that potting soil is very dry, so I just mist them enough just to get them wet. We don't want them growing immediately right now. We want them to get stratification going through the winter, and I will update you guys. I'm gonna get the last 2 planted, 2 drawers probably next week or the following week, and probably put cabbage or sweet peas in those so I can get my sweet peas started. But I'll put a list down below, a link down below to my website, Cumberlachia.com. It'll have all of different plants that you can do this with to seeds to do the winter gardening, and so it does the stratification. You don't want to do all seeds because all seeds aren't going to do that. So I'm going to give this a try. I hope you guys come back and we'll see how it turns out. I appreciate you guys joining me up here in Cumberlachia, in here in the Silky Chalet greenhouse now. And I'll see you again next time. Y'all take care. Love you. Bye-bye.